Hi there, everyone. Well, this is one of the more interesting times of year for parts of the central U.S. Nebraska, Kansas, Iowa, the Dakotas to some extent. Anything can happen. And sometimes you get that blizzard on one side and severe weather on the other side. That might happen as we head through Tuesday into Wednesday over the next couple of days. So lots to go over here. I'm going to start with Stormcast and show you what's going to happen Monday night into Tuesday. Notice that western Nebraska has that rain-snow mix first through 4 a.m., 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, Tuesday morning. This is going to be where everything kind of begins. But you'll notice, keep your eye on eastern Nebraska. There's also going to be a chance for some strong storms, right? I mean, right there, that's 9 a.m. Might see some strong storms moving in. It's a sneaky system. I'm going to zoom out here a little bit. See this? This thing is kind of, well, it's huge, is what it is. And you've got this big line of storms here. Look at that. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I've ever seen. I'm going to zoom in. Let's see if I can zoom in on that. I can't. Look at that. This is Stormcast showing an incredible concentration of low pressure just south of Dodge City. That's insane. That's a strong area of low pressure. That is just incredible. Wow. So let's go through that again. There it is, right there. So in front of it, you got this line of storms. Then on the back end, you're dragging in that cold air. And then it moves over to here. So you got storms here and snow on the other side. This big line of storms here. Okay, let me zoom in a little bit. So you get kind of a mess of a mix. So you've got your showers and thunderstorms here. This is Tuesday afternoon. And then the cold air coming in on the other side of it, quickly changing this over from rain and heavy rain to a rain-snow mix to snow. I don't think this is ice. I don't think this is freezing rain. It's just not the right kind of setup for it. And then everything quickly transitions over to snow as it pulls off to the east. This is Tuesday night. This is where your accumulating snow will happen in eastern Nebraska through 8, 9 o'clock at night, and then it should be about done by about 11 o'clock Tuesday night. But that's a lot in just that amount of time. For all of that to happen at once, it's just incredible. So make sure you follow me on YouTube, because make sure you subscribe. If there's severe weather, we'll have to do a YouTube live and kind of monitor that. And this is the first potential for that to happen. Second potential for this to happen in 2025. So subscribe, that would be awesome. Now let's go through the snowfall potential models. Here's the first one. You're going to notice a trend here. The thing is, you got it first starting out here, and it's already in that cold air, so you get higher amounts there, and then you get that transition right here. But in between, models aren't sure. Could be rain, could be snow, could be both. It's going to be iffy. What happens in this transition through central Nebraska. So this particular model has a lot of snow on one side, a lot of snow on the other side, and then almost less than an inch for the rest of the state. But it could be rain instead of snow. This one does a pretty good job of just kind of smearing it all over the state. 1/2 inch to 2 inches. That's it. So there you go. You're going to see some snow. I wish I could use this one, because I like it. It's 1/2 inch to a couple of inches, and that's it. Doesn't even bother with trying to pinpoint the certain snowfall, higher snowfall, low fall snow rolls. Like, it's about an inch or two. It's good. It's like if I was 75 and still doing weather, that's how I would do it. Here's model number 2. This one is interesting. I think this is the Euro. This one does a couple of things. Let me show you here. It does this where it kind of just drags it up and then back down. So it's almost like the jet's following the jet stream a little bit. It's not, but it's what it looks like it's trying to do. So it has kind of an area, almost a horseshoe of heavier snowfall, with that area in the middle once again seeing kind of missing out because of mainly rain. So while if you live in central Nebraska, you're thinking, well, why are we going to miss out again? I think it's going to be more rain than anything for you. Okay, let's go to model number 3, doing kind of the same thing where it has the heavier stuff over here and then also over here, but it keeps the lower amounts for snow in central and parts of eastern Nebraska. So it kind of shifts that lesser snow amount a little further east. Let's go over to model number 4. We're close enough that we're starting to be able to see the short range and the medium range. Not so much, the short range is getting there, it's close. I think tomorrow, maybe even later tonight. But the medium range, we're able to, this is one of them, able to see that, and it does the same thing. So consistency is key with all of these models. I mean, yeah, sometimes you get one of these, a 9 or 10 inch, and right next to it, nothing. So you kind of got to throw the really high and the really low out, and just kind of look at overall, what are these models saying? And it continues to have this and this in the same place, but not there. So model number 4, consistent with the first few models. How about model number 5? This is a short range model, so it stops right there. That's as far as it goes. So it doesn't go any further east because that's as far as the data is available. So it only goes through noon on Tuesday, but the second half of Tuesday is when things really get interesting, right? So we'll have to wait for model number 5. We'll have to wait for model number 6 because it does the same thing. But notice it is saying that there is going to be snow. Whoops. West of that line. There will be snow on the east of that line, but how much? Model isn't there yet. So that's, we're far enough away that we got time to worry about that. So let's go to the next one. Oh, that's not what I wanted to show. Okay. Okay, so once again, here's that one. It's like I'm screwing up live. Here you go. A little wider view. This is 5 a.m. Tuesday. And then as we head through Tuesday into Wednesday morning, again, it's just there's those two areas. Got this area here, and then this area here for snowfall. And that's the graph. Let's see with the GFS global, same thing, almost exactly, there and there. So that's similar. And then the NAM, let's see if it does the same thing. Just shifts it off to the east a little bit. Still have this there, and then this over here. So almost like a 1-2 punch, just that it's throwing moisture that way, and then the cold air comes in and changes that over to snow. Now here's what I'm saying. Anywhere from 2 to 4 from about Valentine, North Platte, McCook west. And then you've got that area in the middle, 1, maybe 2, or rain, or a mixture of whatever. And then the further east you go, I'm saying 1 to 2, but that 2 to 4 trying to, I think the further north and east you go, the colder that air is going to be. But you have to get past the storms first before it transitions over to snow. That's going to mess with a lot of different things. So storms first in central and eastern Nebraska, and it may be in parts of western Nebraska. So this is, like I said, this is a weird time of year. And not only that, it's going to be windy. Look at this, watch this, this is incredible. 40 to 50 mile per hour wind gusts, maybe higher than that. That's what this is right here. These pinkish shades, that's your 55 to almost 60. That continues. Did you see that front though? Look at that. See that line? This basically this line right there. That's that frontal boundary. And it just books it east. Look at that, 40 miles per hour, 46 miles per hour in Hebron, 40 in Lincoln. And then about Tuesday night, you're looking at 45 to 55 mile per hour wind gusts, possibly 60 with all of these pinkish shades right here. That's a 60 mile per hour wind gust. And then throw the snow on top of that, and then all of a sudden you have a blizzard potential. So you're looking at blizzard potential, high wind potential, snow, thunderstorms, maybe some severe weather, cats and dogs living together. Okay, so I'm gonna zoom out a little bit and show you This is your severe weather. This is your best chance for severe weather. It's right down that line right there. And then over here is your axis for the rain changing over to snow. But this area down here, that's where you're likely going to see your very severe weather, Arkansas into Louisiana. And then that makes its way east as we head through Tuesday night, bringing with it that cold air. That really cold air is going to be streaming down like this. And then that warm, moist air right there streaming up. It's a very classic case. I mean, this is just a classic storm system. You got your low pressure right there in the middle in Louisiana, or excuse me, in Missouri, just southwest of St. Louis, and then it moves further east. Look at that curling around that storm. There's your cold air, and it's changing over to snow and moving east. And as it does that, it takes everything with it, and it should be done by Wednesday evening. Still dropping some snow from Chicago to St. Louis. So incredibly, Monday there is a severe weather threat south of Lincoln, so basically eastern Kansas into Oklahoma and Texas. And then the real severe weather threats right there, Louisiana, Arkansas, just south of Memphis into Mississippi, and then further north into southern Missouri. But it does include parts of Nebraska. Look at that. I mean, it's not a lot, but it just kind of nicks southeast Nebraska. So Falls City, maybe Beatrice, maybe Nebraska City has a chance at seeing some strong to severe storms. In fact, I think a lot of the eastern half of Nebraska may have a chance at seeing some thunderstorms. The severe threat's low, but it's not zero. Crazy, right? Well, this turned into a long one. Like and subscribe, and I'll try to keep you guys up to date. Bye.